Hello everyone, welcome to Introduction to Computer Science, week number 2. Uh, I am sharing with you a landing page of week number 2 in Blackboard. Um, Here's the usual list of the objectives and instructional material and the list of assignments, Python platform, a textbook question, and the Zybook Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, and there is a payroll calculator. So what I want to do is to walk you through the lesson plan and go through what you need to know and what you need to do for this week. So when you open this up, you should get this here. So let me make that a little bit bigger so you can see. As you can see that all of the assignments that are being assigned on week number 2 on September 6th is due on September 18th, which is Saturday at midnight. I'd like to get to right to the point what you need to do. So the first item that you need to do for this week that is being assigned for this week is to let me know what your favorite Python compiler is. So the purpose of this is for you to research and browse and be aware of whatever is out there and just pick one or two that you like. There are many compilers online that you can use, such as this one, and the program is, as well as the installed software that you can download onto a computer, such as Python or Spider or whatever. So either one is fine. I just want you to be aware of what's out there and just let me know what you like. It should be straightforward. In terms of the assignment for this binary numbers is what's covered in chapter 2 of your textbook. I'd like you to do these numbers that are listed here from the book. There's also a video here on how to do that and worksheet that I posted up, so do take a look at them and I'll talk about it a little bit more. But I do want to point out that there is a nice online number converter that you can use to check your answers and whatnot. So we can give it a try. Number 29, binary to hex, right? So we can use one of these, but it doesn't really matter, right? So if you open this guy up, there's a lot of the online number converter. I like this one a lot because you can pick and choose whatever number you want. So if you want a decimal to binary, decimal number, let's say 2, say convert, gives you a number in binary as 1, 0. It also gives you some other ones as well. If you want to say you want to convert 10 and convert it to binary, it'll be 1, 0, 1, 0, right? You can go from decimal to binary. You can go to the binary to decimal, let's say. Binary 1, 0, 1, 0 we just did before, so it should give you a 10, right? So you can go from binary to hex. If you want to go 1, 0, 1, 0, which is 10, and decimal, it'll be an A. So you can use this one to check all of your answers. I'd like you to do chapter 2 and chapter 3 in the Zybook. Chapter 2 is variables and expressions, and the chapter 3 is about types. So let me get over there a little bit. So here's chapter 2, variables and expressions. A variable is something that you use to make it stand for something, such as A is equal to 5 or something like that. And so there's nothing new that are unique there's some variations that you need to know, details, but the concept of variable is pretty straightforward. An expression is like an expression that you would use as an algebraic equation or something that will return a value after you execute that. So go through that and should be pretty straightforward. In terms of chapter 3, there's a string that you can learn about, and so it'll take you through what it is and how to manipulate them. payroll calculator. I like you to do this. I'm going to try to give you some stuff that you can do actually hands-on. So this is a simple calculator. In fact, I'm even giving you actually the actual code so that this is not a difficult assignment for you, although I will not provide a code on every program as we move forward. So you can do it using either online compiler, such as an online here or whatever, or you can download and install the PyCharm or a Thony or whatever you like, and I'll just show you a demo on both of them. So if you are using a online compiler, then you can just copy the program that I gave you, all right, which is starting from here. And basically, you can paste it on here. And after you paste it on, you may need to change some things because your name is not John Doe, but whatever. You can go through here, and all you need to do if you're using this program is to click on Run. And here it's going to ask you what your name is, so you can say John or whatever. And then return, it's going to ask you for a number of hours. You can just simply type in an easy number so you can kind of verify what it is. And then it gives you all the calculations, gross amount, federal tax, state tax, and net amount, right? And they're all formatted according to 2 decimal points. And you can see that by using the formation, using a $sign in front and a percentage and the point with number of decimals you want as a floating data type, right? So when you put a quotation mark around it, then it'll print exactly that. This is a variable that user entered, and notice that it is putting in a quotation mark here, but when you use a $sign and percentage, it doesn't print, it prints the $sign, but when you put the percentage sign, it doesn't print the percentage. It tells the compiler that you're going to be using a formatting, right? So you can look at this and play with it as well. If you are using, let's say, a Python or Thony, then you can do the same. So here's a Thony program. I already copied and pasted up here, and all you have to do is to click on the Run. It's going to ask you the same thing. So you can say Mary or whatever. It's going to ask you a number of hours. You can press 10, and it'll give you the same thing, right? If you're using a PyCharm, and then you can do the same thing here. I copied it here already, and let's see if I can bring it down a little bit. And all you have to do is just click Run. It's going to ask you the same thing, and you can type in the name, Mike, and type in whatever number you want, and it gives the same values. So you can use any one of those guys, and then it should be, and just make a copy, a screenshot that shows a little bit of both the program and the output, and then just paste it onto the Word and submit. Right. In the future programs, you do need to include the code that you came up with and did, but for this one, it doesn't really matter because I already gave it to you. Here's a little bit of lecture from Chapter 2 textbook and about the binary systems. There are different number systems that we use in computer science in addition to decimal. Everybody knows about decimal. Binary is called binary because there are 2 characters. Octal is called octal because there's 8 characters that we use. Decimal is called decimal because there's 10 characters, 0 through 9, right? That'd be 10. Hexadecimal is 16. Here's a chart of how they look like. Here's a decimal base 10, base 2 for binary, hexadecimal base 16. So when you get up to like 1 is the same, 2, this is a 1, 0, kind of like that. And for number 10, decimal is 1, 0, 1, 0 in binary. But because we run out of the number in decimal, we use the letters for the hexadecimal that goes from A to F, and then it recycles again, right? And then here's what's called a little bit more comprehensive list here you can use. I already mentioned to you about a number converter, and here's some little trick that you can use. You probably want to look at my worksheet that's posted on the Blackboard. There are different, in terms of the data types in Zybook, There are different number types, integer, floating number, or strings and stuff like that. So we can define them accordingly. Typically, if you want to do the arithmetic, then you need to assign it as integer. Otherwise, it'll be a string or character. And the floating number, we can adjust its accuracy. And we can do all kinds of formatting. The Zybook will take you through. So do take a look at them and practice accordingly. So that should be pretty much it. I hope this gives you a good overview of what's covered and what you need to do. If you have any questions, as always, email me and we'll take a look at them. Have a good week. Bye-bye.